I made this automata with two others. Our brief was to make an automata that went up and down and was jerky. We decided to use a cam mechanism to achieve this. It took us 3 attempts to design a cam that worked. We ended up using a snail cam. The story behind our automata is that a little girl got a good school report, so her mum gives her a skipping rope. She is so happy that she starts skipping up and down and round and round. She can keep skipping all day.
We made an automata of a little girl skipping. She got top marks in her class, so her mum bought her a skipping rope as a reward. The little girl was very happy. She learnt to skip, and now she only occasionally gets moves wrong. She jumps up and down and skips round and round. We needed to figure out a way for it to go up and down and round and round. We decided cams would work best. We experimented with 3 different cams and decided to use the snail cam. It's turned by hand. You must turn the rod which turns the cam. We put wood under the cardboard to keep the rod straight. She loves to skip all day long.
I made this automata with 2 other people. Our automata is about a girl that passed her test at school and achieved the highest mark in her class. As a reward, her mum bought her a skipping rope. Our challenge then was to make the girl go up and down and round with a jerk. We decided to use cams. It took us 3 types of cams to make it work. In the end, we used a snail cam. Now she plays with it all day long and never stops.
I made this automata with my friend. Our challenge for the movement of our automata was to make the output an oscillating and rotary movement. After watching some videos, we decided to use an offset cam, pushing and turning up an upside down cam. After making the housing and putting in the cams and dowel rod, we realised we needed to reinforce the output hole to stop the output rod tilting and jamming. As we were finishing the automata, Barack Obama won the US election, so we decided to put a cartoon of him on the top so it would look like his victory dance.
Two of us worked on this project. Our challenge for our automata was to make an up and down and turn around motion. We decided to put a person on the top dancing. We talked to each other and then we decided to put Barack Obama on the top because we thought it could be his victory dance because he had just won the elections. We made the automator so we would have as smooth motion as possible. We worked out how to get everything to keep straight, like we put a bit of wood on the top to stop the rod from going at an angle.
For our talk, we had to make a moving automata. We chose to do 2 dogs chasing their tails. Our teacher gave us a plan sheet to show the input and output of the automata. The story behind the dogs is that
2 dogs are chasing their tails because they have just been given a new owner after being in the dog pound for 3 years. And their owner is very kind, so they are loving it at their new home. How the automata works is
by turning the crank, the 2 gears spin. They turn the other 2 gears that spin the 2 dogs. This is called a rotary movement.
This is our automata. The cow got bored, so he started to spin. The chicken was trying to fly but couldn't. For the chicken to fly, we used an offset cam under a cam with a dowel rod. For the cow to spin, we used a cam at the side of another offset cam with a dowel rod.
Our automata creates the idea of a cow and a chicken on a farm. The cow is spinning to try and catch its tail, and the chicken is trying to fly for the first time. We did this by putting 2 cams along the camshaft, a normal cam and an offset cam. The challenge was that the offset cam made the chicken spin when it was only meant to go up and down, so we glued a piece of thin cardboard to the back of the push rod and put cardboard either side, thus stopping it spinning.
Our automata we made is a young ballerina. She is about to go to her competition. The young ballerina is jumping and spinning. She is able to do this by us turning the handle. The cam is offset and it doesn't go directly through the middle.
The cam is glued to the rod so it doesn't wobble and it stays, allowing the rod that holds the ballerina up to bounce. There is also another cam, as you can see, that is horizontal. The cam that is vertical hits against the other one, forcing it to spin. This automata is rotary.
As we move the crank, you could see that the cam will rotate, moving the cam attached to the long piece of dowel rod in a turn in up and down motion, leaving the young girl on top looking quite happy, dancing away as we turn the crank clockwise.
The young ballerina is standing tall on the piece of dowel rod. This clean wood is made of birch and has been smoothed down to a smooth piece of wood to allow it to operate well.
Erin. This automata replicates the motion of a bucking horse and was made by 2 pupils. This horse has escaped from its field and is jumping up and down with excitement. By spinning this handle, you create a rotary movement on the cam rod. This turns 2 offset cams. The offset rotary movement is changed into a reciprocating motion by using 2 more cams and 2 dowels. The out of time reciprocating motion at either end of the horse makes it seem as if it is bucking.